back, what are those things that you ask God to remove from you? Tanya, why you got us going back? Because I need you to go back to the joy. I need you to go back to the why you wanted to be in somebody's church in the first place. Habashi. Why did you want to be in the church in the first place? Why? Okay, get out of church. Why did you want to be in the relationship in the first place? Come here, married folks. Why did you want to be single in the first place? Come here, single people. Why? The question is why. If you ever remember your why, you will never quit. Can somebody type that on the screen? If you always remember your why, you will never quit. You will never have, you'll want the desire. You're going to want to give up. You're going to want to have the moment that you want to quit. You're going to want to throw in the towel. You're going to want to. But your why will tell you, no, but I can't quit. I gotta remember my why. So if we can remember our why we started church, why we started the relationship, why we got that job, why we got in that marriage, why we stopped the relationship, remember your why.
So how do I become ministry? I become embedded in ministry. So now you got a girl up here singing in the choir. She's seeing stuff that happens on the back end that you don't normally see as a member. Can I tell you that if you're a member, you don't see all this stuff that happens in the church because you coming on Sundays and Wednesdays and you going home. But when you stay there, you start seeing the flaws of the people. Oh, not only do you start seeing the flaws of the people, but now you get a spirit of judgment. You start judging the people because you start seeing the flaws of the people. Can I tell you that's the very place that God needs you to be? Let me tell you why. Because sometimes God had to remind me that I became so judgmental of other people and started creating my own cliques within the church with people that didn't like Sister Watermelon and people that didn't like Brother Robert and people didn't like, and all of us end up, because we had king-like spirits, we end up clicking together. And now you got a girl in the church that didn't date the church, that was dedicated. You know, I was dedicated because I'm one of them. I'm loyal. So I'm going to show up. I was there. And the word was still good. Don't get me wrong. Like, the word was still changing my life. Oh my God, it was changing my life. So now you got a girl that is becoming dedicated and disciplined. But now she messy. Embedded into it. So now that I'm embedded into it, and I'm talking about the same group that we started, this woman come and get on us about the group that we was told to start. I was like, hold up. What are we doing here? But I wouldn't have never come here in my right now. If that wouldn't have never happened, it wouldn't have never prepared me for confrontation in the church. Can we talk about it? For confrontation in the church. Because people can be, I knew how to be confrontational in the street, but I didn't know how to be confrontational in the church. I didn't know how to be come here. Some of us don't know how to have proper communication in the church or how to deal with confrontation in the church. But it builds you for your message. It builds you to be able to minister to others because of the confrontation that has happened within the church. Some people believe that in church we shouldn't have confrontation. No, but there's a way that confrontation should happen.
Companion, that's companion and fellowship that needs to take place that we are missing, that God allow. It's a necessity. That's why they isolate prisoners. That's why they put kids in isolation when they mess up, because I want to disconnect you from people so that you will no longer be around them, so that I can disconnect you. Come here, COVID-19, trying to disconnect people from people. I found out in that house while I was at that so-called church at home, doing church at home, I found this out, that I could not have enough attention to pay attention so that I could get fed properly. I didn't have somebody next to me that could lift their hands and I hear them worship and they hear me worship. I didn't have that. All I had was me in the house by myself. There's nothing like worshiping together. This is why, number 3, we go to church. We go to church to worship together, because when I hear you worship, what's on the inside of me start lifting up. But when I hear you worship, something activates something something in me. When I hear you say amen, something will get me on fire that says, Tanya, I need you to agree with her amen in this moment. There's something about a hug and a touch. I know we can't hug right now in COVID-19, but